What's up, guys? It's fight week. I've got a fight this upcoming Saturday. Excuse me. It's this Saturday for a amateur title of 145 pounds. I'm really excited. I'm really stoked. And I'm really not that nervous about it. And so I feel like one of the big things, that people ask about, or people who are actually fighting or who are talking about is, oh, are you nervous? Are you nervous? Or, oh, hey, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this fight, right? And so I'm just going to share a few tidbits, like a few ways I like to mentally frame things so that I'm not as nervous as I would be, or I'm not nervous at all. And I'm just excited so that I can go and perform my best. And right, I literally just said it, right? So when I'm getting ready for a fight, even when I'm showing up, when I'm weighing in, when I'm getting my hands wrapped, I like to reframe it as excitement, right? John Jones said that instead of talking about like butterflies in your stomach, he says like the butterflies are in formation, right? So it's the fact that, okay, so there's butterflies, there's energy. I was like, okay, what are you gonna do with that energy? What are you gonna focus on with that energy? Okay, so the first way is to reframe it. So instead of, oh, I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm anxious, it's I'm excited, I'm hyped up, I'm locked in, I'm dialed in, I'm ready to go, right? As opposed to viewing it as fear and anxiousness, you're just in tune with the fact that your body's preparing to do a very difficult, dangerous activity, like a combat sport, like a fight. Okay, so another way that I manage my nerves before fights is my faith. Literally, it's just I go on and on about this. God is the ultimate hack for anything in life. Not that God is a hack, but following God fully and truly and having a relationship with Him does give you hacks for life. Okay, so one of the hacks is in the scriptures. It literally says, I've not been given a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, right? Power and of a sound mind. So I have power in my body, and I have power in my mind. So I know that any thought that is trying to get me to be anxious about what other people are going to think, be anxious about the results of my performance, be anxious about whatever you want to name it, that's not from God. God is not taking thoughts and putting them in my head to make me more anxious. The Bible says, do not fear, do not be discouraged. I, the Lord, am with you wherever you'll go, right? So God is always encouraging you and or making you confident, telling you, I'm with you, I've got your back, so go with me. But anxiety is like, oh, what's going to happen, right? And so another thing about anxiety is there's usually a root issue. And so whenever I'm feeling anxious about anything, but fighting in general, I take it back to the root issue. It's like, okay, I'm worried about losing. It's like, okay, you're worried about losing, right? Why? Because people will think I can't fight if I lose to somebody else. It's like, okay, is that true? That if you lose a fight, it means you can't fight? Is it true that other people get to define how good you are at fighting? No, I mean, no, not really. Okay, so you just have to trace it logically, and if you trace it back to the root issue, it becomes a lot easier to handle, right? Another thing is to not be focused on other people's opinions, especially that one, right? Because, and I saw somebody else make a video about this, right? No matter what you do, people are going to talk crap. People are going to say you suck, right? Literally, Alex Pereira, Alexander Volkanovski, John Jones, Israel Adesanya. Name any fighter that you love, that you think is like the best fighter in the world. There is somebody behind a computer somewhere saying, they suck. They're not that good at the sport. If I got in the cage with them, I would beat them. So who are you, right? Especially, right, as an amateur or a pro or somebody who's not even in the UFC yet. Why are you going to think that everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, you're the best in the world, right? So you have to develop this inner scorecard. You have to develop this internal self-confidence that it doesn't matter if you win the next fight or you lose the next fight. That doesn't upset how you feel about you. That doesn't damage how you deal with you, right? Now, I absolutely believe I'm going to win this fight. I believe I'm going to have a belt. I believe I'm going to have a great time, right? I've prepared. I've worked hard. I've done all the things. But if I lose, okay. So what? If I lose, am I going to stop doing MMA? Am I going to stop training? Am I going to kill myself? No. I'll just be like, okay, well, he submitted me. Or, oh, well, man, he hit me and I lost the decision. Or, oh, well, he caught me with a punch and I got knocked out. It's like, you got to be more logical. It's like, okay, well, that is what it is. Now I'm just going to look at that information. I'm going to watch the film back and I'm going to do my best to make sure that doesn't happen again, right? But it's like, fighting is fighting. And it's a 50-50, right? I mean, like, somebody has to lose and somebody has to win unless there's a no contest, right? So it is what it is. I'm at peace. I'm not hyper focused on the outcome. I'm focused on having fun. I'm focused on getting to do the sport that I love, right? There are people who would die for the opportunities that I have right now. They would die for the ability to fight, and have the career I've had so far, even though it's been a short one. It's still, people would love to say they're undefeated in MMA so far, or people would love to say they're undefeated in amateur kickboxing so far. People would love to say that, right? And so gratitude is another thing that really grounds me. It's like, why would I be focused on, oh, I might lose, I might this, I like that, instead of like, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful because there are things that have happened in my life that have almost stopped me from fighting. I'm grateful that I'm able to train. I'm grateful that I have my brothers in my corner. I'm grateful that I was able to put on a good camp. I'm grateful that I was able to get here. I'm grateful that I was able to make weight. I'm grateful that my opponent didn't drop out, right? Because if you're a fighter, you know this. There's so many things that can go wrong outside of just you getting in and losing. So the fact that all these things have gone right for you to even get in the opportunity, get in the cage and have the opportunity to win anyway, is a great thing, is an awesome thing, is a powerful thing. So taking that and making it gratitude. I'm grateful that I'm even able to fight in the sport. I'm grateful to do the sport that I love, right? Because this is what you've been training for. This is what I've been training for, is to go and fight. So why would I spend my celebration, my performance, my painting on a canvas? Why would I take any extra time worrying about what other people are going to think, hyper focusing on outcomes or anything like that, as opposed to having gratitude, reframing, trusting God, and just going out there and having a good time? Because fighting is fun. That's why people do it. Fighting is fun, right? And so I hope that help somebody. I know this is a bit longer of a video, but this is how I like to reframe my mindset when it comes to fighting, when it comes to nerves, so that I'm as calm, cool, collected as possible, so that I can win as many fights as possible. All right. I hope this helps you guys. If you're doing MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, I've done all of them, any combat sport. I hope this impacts you, and I hope this serves you well. God bless. Peace.